On the sidelines of the UK-Rwanda Business Forum, CNBC Africa sat down for an exclusive interview with the new CEO of the Rwanda Development Board, Francis Gatare, to explore the deals, commitments made at the forum, and Rwanda's investment outlook for 2024. On this Invest Rwanda special.
So when we host an event like this, we are obviously always looking for immediate sign-off of deals. But we are also very realistic that a lot of times it's a moment to plant seeds. It's probably a moment to water the seeds which are growing. And so our expectations for immediate deals to be signed were very, very modest. However, we have been encouraged by the number of companies that have signed memorandum of understanding for sharing information with each other. We have been very encouraged by the number of companies that have started registering local businesses here in Rwanda. This morning, we're having a number of meetings, groups that are sectoral in nature. We had a group that was discussing mainly about the green finance, green economy, sustainability related investments. We're very encouraged by the interest in Rwanda as a platform to grow green related businesses, especially in energy, in agriculture and infrastructure. We are seeing great opportunities for Rwandan fresh agriculture products export into the UK market. A number of sourcing companies that are here, visiting farms, looking at some of the aggregating exporters we believe that are going to result into export-rated offtake agreements for agricultural produce. We have seen companies interested in the critical mineral sector, visiting our mining board, taking details on concessions, availability of minerals, collecting geological data. They are analyzing them. We know that there are already some which have signed memorandum of understanding with the Rwanda Mines, Petroleum and Gas Board. So critical mineral sector is a very important one. In technology, particularly ICTs and innovation, companies that are here already discussing with their counterparts here in Rwanda, looking at joint ventures, maybe setting up the operations here. The concept of Rwanda as a place where startups can grow and flourish and prove their concept through pilot. That idea has been well appreciated. We had very successful companies which started in Rwanda sharing their stories. Yesterday, B-Box, a company that is in the renewable energy sector, shared their experiences. They started here in Rwanda more than 12 years ago. Now they are in 10 countries across the continent. They have opened their Africa headquarters here in Rwanda yesterday. Many other companies that share their experiences of starting and growing here are inspiring startups to domicile themselves here. The Kigali Financial Center has partnered with the City of London to share experiences and collaborate in attracting finance for Rwanda as a financial domicile destination. So we are seeing this platform regenerating a lot of leads that are going to create business opportunities for a very long time.
All right.
Yes.
And clearly listening to you, one takes up the sentiment that Rwanda is the future for business in Africa. Looking at some of the conversations that came out from the World Economic Forum in Davos, where you attended, we did see Rwanda is one of the fastest growing economies, projected to grow by 6.6% in 2024, and leading the apex body that is championing for investments in Rwanda. Which other sectors are you keen at in 2024 that you're looking to bring in investors?
Let me start by that. When businesses come to Rwanda, one story that we hear from them is that, look, Africa is quite a diverse market. Every country has got its unique characteristics, and sometimes it can be confusing for someone coming outside Africa on where to begin from. And what we are seeing increasingly is that investors from outside Africa find Rwanda to be an easy and attractive place to start. Mm-hmm. You know, they find that Rwanda can be an entry point which welcomes them, makes it easy for them to get an entry point into Africa. As a result, we are looking at leveraging the African Free Trade Agreement, so for investments into opportunities for trade. Yeah. Businesses that start in Rwanda scaling up in the region, so opportunities for manufacturing, especially light manufacturing, in logistics, distribution, in food, food-related processed materials for ready to distribute across the continent and outside Africa. So this is the new value proposition that, in fact, in Rwanda, you can produce and expand, trade, distribute across the whole continent.
And President Paul Kagame has been very vocal when it comes to Africans trading amongst Africans. And looking at the investments that are coming through within the continent and also Rwanda as a country, just walk me through your expectations for 2024 in terms of pulling in investments into Rwanda. Are you looking at perhaps doing a couple of road shows to just go and woo investors in different markets? Mm-hmm. And how is this building up so far as the year kicks off? Mm-hmm.
So the vision for our leadership is a united Africa as a common market that trades with each other, does business with each other, but most importantly, that facilitates the movement of people and goods. That's the whole idea of the Africa Free Trade area, that you can have a place where people can move freely, yeah. That people can trade freely, move their goods and services. And so Rwanda has been providing an example to that. As you know, it's many years now since Rwanda opened its doors to the whole world. You know, Rwanda was, unilateral mm-hmm. in declaring our country open to the citizens of the whole world. Let's face it, everyone in the world today can pick up their ticket, fly into Rwanda, and get either just a stamp into their passport or a visa on arrival without a prior visit to a Rwandan embassy anywhere. This has opened up new business opportunities, particularly in the services. Yeah? So many younger Africans who are sophisticated in their businesses, in IT, in hospitality, in professional services, whether it's health services, whether it's education, are finding it attractive to come and live and work in Rwanda. Mm-hmm. And so services as a tradable commodity and as a product for business is going for the long haul to be one of the major focus. And in terms of our strategy, we do this in an integrated fashion. As you know, mm-hmm. Increasingly Rwanda is becoming a place to host meetings, to have conferences, or even to have sports events. And for us, we know very well that for every person that enters into our country, that is an opportunity for a potential investor or a business partner with local entrepreneurs. And so when we talk about promoting doing business in Rwanda, we do it in an integrated fashion, together with tourism, hospitality, and sports. So when people come here to Rwanda, we want them to know that it's not just a nice place to have a meeting. We want them to also know that it's a place to actually visit and have leisure and enjoy the hospitality of our wildlife and people and the greenery and rest and have fun, but also that it's a good place that they can start and run a business or trade with Rwandans. Mm-hmm. So our strategy is as such that we integrate every communication we do with the rest of the world about Rwanda.
And speaking about the services, I've seen a deliberate intention by Rwanda to push for innovation and technology. Tell me more about this in terms of how is it taking off so far, considering Rwanda is looking to position itself also not only just as a business hub, but also as an ICT epicenter?
What we've done as government, especially Rwanda Development Board, is to create a safe area that this can happen. So we have the Kigali Innovation Center, which is a platform really that is providing education where universities and research centers and entrepreneurs can interact together, and this ecosystem is what is yielding innovative new businesses that you are seeing around.
Rwanda has also stamped its authority on the global stage when it comes to undertaking grand infrastructure projects. We do know that Rwanda is building up Amahoro Stadium, for example, Bugesera International Airport. Recently, you did launch the BioNTech facility here in Rwanda. Just give me a glimpse of some of the big ticket investments you're looking at this year and the significance this will have on Rwanda's economy.
Yeah. I think it's common knowledge that every government's role is to build the underlying infrastructure that is required for private capital to be able to thrive. And for a developing country like ours, which has legacies of low investments in infrastructure, this is very obvious. And so look at this convention center, for example, where I've been hosting this conference. I mean, government had to step in and build it with the foresight that you need to have meetings and conferences coming to Rwanda. But it also was an initial investment that we knew would trigger private capital to go into, for example, construction of hotels, into transport sector, and other supporting infrastructure, which then connect with the conference center to make sure that guests come and well taken good care of and you know, and enjoy their stay in the country. So learning from that, new sectors have also been emerging, and one that you described with Amahoro Stadium, expanded Amahoro Stadium, is sports. Yeah, we are seeing an opportunity increasingly of Africans wanting to participate in the global sports space. But the binding constraint was always the infrastructure, the size and the nature and sophistication, modern infrastructure for hosting international sports events. So we had to revamp and expand our national, Amahoro National Stadium, but that came after the Kigali BK Arena, which is a smaller stadium, closed, covered, for small sports like basketball, concerts, and other things. All these multi-event platforms that will make it increasingly possible for Rwanda to host events, both for entertainment, whether it's in sports or in other creative industries.
All right, and your parting shot, I do know that Rwanda has been able to attract some big players like Arsenal, of course PSG.
Yes.
Who is up next? If you can give us some insights into this.
Well, look, the relationship that Rwanda has with some of these international football clubs has been immensely rewarding. Initially started with Arsenal Football Club, later with PSG, now also with FC Bayern. All these clubs are obviously very well known and competitive brands with a very wide fan base.